All right, I'm now recording. So today is, what's today? Thursday, March 19th, I think. And I want to welcome everybody to today's call. I just want to stress the importance of these calls just because I know for me as a coach, it definitely motivated me each week. And I always had some kind of aha moment on these calls when, I was on my uplines team call, and I just find them to be always motivating me to do a little bit more than what I have been. So it's just, I made sacrifices. I know it's tough, but I made sacrifices just to make sure that, I was on every call. So anyway, I want to discuss a few things tonight, but before I do that, does anybody have any questions, concerns, any issues that you guys want to discuss, complain about, talk about any frustrations before I start? Nope, we're all good? Okay. So I want to talk about a few things tonight, but mostly, well, first I want to start by the Shakeology Sampler Pack. I'm sorry, Freddie, stop it. That just came out. In the past, it used to be the sampler packs were only two of the, no, let me back up. Used to be one flavor each of the regular flavors, the chocolate strawberry, vanilla, and greenberry, or you can get a pack of two vegans and two tropical strawberries, but you can never get them together. Well, now you can. So if anybody is looking to try the sampler, it's now $29.95 to get all 6 flavors. Because I know for me personally, I'm not vegan, but I prefer the vegan chocolate, just because I like it better. So if anybody is on the fence and just doesn't feel comfortable in buying a bag first, they can now try the different samples. But I always encourage them first to purchase a whole bag of Shakeology, and I stress to them about the 30-day money-back guarantee, even if they don't like it. The reason why is because you can't get a grasp of all the benefits just by drinking it for a few days. Just by drinking it for a few days, I really felt the full, not the full, but I started feeling a lot of the benefits after a few weeks. And that's what I stress to them. If they're looking for flavor, fine, that's one thing. But I always recommend buying a bag and taking advantage of the money back guarantee, even if the bag is empty. So I stress that. And then if they want to buy a sample, then just have them buy the sampler pack. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So I want to just put something in a little perspective, because I know I always talk about Rank Advance and how important it is to move your business forward. And Nikki, you'll learn this when you start the Coach Apprenticeship group, but Rank Advancing is so important when it comes to moving your business forward, okay? And getting to Emerald is the first rank advance. And that's like your first job promotion, basically. And so not only are you moving your business forward, you will get the leads. I know that's changed recently, and that may have upset people, but not only will you start, continue to get the customer leads and the Success Club leads, and Nick, you'll learn all about that in the future, but you start getting cycle bonuses. So that means you're going to start getting income based on the coaches that you have underneath you. And I know this is going to sound confusing, so just bear with me. So like every time every time you cycle at Emerald, you get $14. And I know $14 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it adds up. As a diamond, for example, I get, when you advance to diamond, you get $18 every cycle. And again, $18 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but as you start getting coaches underneath you and you start building volume underneath you, even discount coaches, even coaches that are coming in for a discount, you're going to start getting the cycles. So not only are you making the 25% commission every month they order Shakeology or on everything that you sell, but then you start getting these cycles. So I kind of want to put it into a little bit of perspective. Like, for example, just already this month, actually I didn't check today's pay, but I already have an extra $300 in my pocket just from that $18 cycling. So that's $18 that's $300 that I would not have had if I wasn't at my diamond status. And that's on top of my challenge packs that I sold. So it's just trying to put it into perspective on another, reason to move your business forward and grow. And in the beginning, I remember always thinking, like, I need the commission. The commission is more important to me because I needed the money at the time. I'm a stay-at-home mom. We're living paycheck to paycheck, and I needed the 25% commission. But then I got on to another call, and somebody put it in perspective to me. In the beginning of any startup business, you're not going to make a ton of money, right? It's a progression. So basically, I finally was like, you know what? I'm just going to commit to this. I'm going to commit to, finding coaches and working the business, and commit to rank advancing, and trying to put my needs aside just for a little bit, and in time get to my goal. So now that once I changed my focus on not selling and changed my focus to finding coaches, everything changed because I found myself talking more on social media about what it means to me as a coach and how it's benefiting me and how much I love it. And then I'm starting to attract people that want to be a coach. And I'm also getting more confident in talking about the coaching opportunity because I believe passionately about it. Because number one, it's been life-changing for me. It has not only changed me as a person, but it's also so rewarding for me. And then, the financial benefits, I'm now starting to reap the benefits of that. And commissions, like even for the top coaches and the coaches that are higher in rank, they don't make their money off commissions. It's all off their coaches and volume. So the money is not in your challenge packs and your sales. The money is in your team volume. So the thought of finding coaches to me at the time was very scary because I didn't know what I was doing whatsoever. I didn't feel comfortable in being a leader. I just didn't think I can do it. I remember when I wish Katie was on this call, because I remember speaking to Katie. She's the first one I actually got on the phone to talk about the coaching opportunity. And I had no idea what I was talking about. Because they say to be confident and be comfortable in this. But it's hard. It's hard at first when you don't really know what you're talking about, but you want to sound confident, So it definitely took a little practice. But then once I started, like, posting more about it and getting other, people's attention about it, like, I just started attracting more people. As you've noticed, like you're seeing a lot of new coaches joining us, which is fabulous. So the one thing that I want to bring up is when I first started coaching, I used to share with people because I wasn't confident about talking about the opportunity. I started sharing with people a video, one of the calls that Melanie Mitchell did, it's a business opportunity call, and I can share that with you guys. And I just had her tell everybody about it. The downfall of that is that the video is close to an hour long, so people really don't have the time to watch it. Actually, Jen and Alicia, I think I had you watch it, right? No to Alicia, but Jen, I had you watch it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. So it's time consuming. Not everybody has, an hour, especially if they work full time, have kids, it's a lot. So then I started realizing that, and then I started, trying to get people on the phone, which is not always easy. I don't know why. People just are scared to talk to me, I think. But I try and get people on the phone, and if that doesn't work, I still send them the video. So I can share that video with you guys if you definitely feel uncomfortable. The other thing I want to talk to you about is last month in Inspiration Nation, we did what we call a 3-day sneak peek, and it was the first time that we've done that. And what it is a 3-day group. It's a 3-day closed Facebook group like we run for everything else, but it's solely talking about the coaching opportunity. And basically what I did is just invite anybody who I thought would be interested in it, or, you know, just even slightly, even if they've never touched a Beachbody product. I just thought of all these people, and that group had so much success that I highly recommend you guys start thinking about in your minds now, people to add to that group. It is starting the last week in April. And then we are going to do a Coach Basics group the following week in, no, I lied. The last week of March. I think it's March 30th. I don't have my calendar in front of me. I don't know why. March 30th?
It is the 30th.
Okay. So it's either starting on that Monday or Tuesday. So it's a 3-day group. Every day, you know, we post about stuff. We post our, you know, coaching stories, you know, and how we got started. We talk about all the benefits. And Kathleen thought of an idea last time that if whoever comments on every single post, like a takeaway of what they've learned in that post, then they'll be entered to win a 3-day refresh, which was genius, because then everybody was forced to read each post if they were interested in winning this 3-day refresh. So Megan, who's not on this call, but she actually came out of that 3-day sneak peek for me. So I just feel like, as new coaches, like the most of you are, it's a really good way to get people interested, even though you're not confident about talking about the coaching opportunity, because you really don't have to talk about it. You just throw them in the group and then they see, you know, everything. So then you're probably thinking, all right, so I get these coaches, then what, right? And that's what I'm here for. And that's what, you know, inspiration is there for. So don't think that you're going to be doing this all on your own. You know, we'll add them into our group, our Dreamers, Believers, Achievers, and we'll start, you know, we'll in the beginning, I'll be your support, basically. Okay? So, and then again, I started talking about the benefits of being a coach. I get to be at home with my son, for me personally, or it's opened up this whole world of health and fitness and positivity and people that want to see you succeed. And, you know, for me personally, I've never had this type of support in any job before, and closeness. And, you know, and I'm starting to talk about that on social media and Facebook, because somebody who's not familiar with any of this, it's scary because nobody likes change, right? But then the more you talk about it, you start planting seeds in people's heads about, you know, what we're doing as coaching. So when people message me and saying, you know, tell me how much of an inspiration, I truly love that. So I make social media aware, you know, just start showing how, you know, being a coach has affected me in my life to attract people to join our team. Does that make sense? So like, once I shifted my focus from challenge packs, I noticed that now I'm attracting so many more people to our team. So, and to all the new coaches, you guys will learn more about, you know, rank advancing and everything when you start your, you know, if you're in Coach Basics now or when you start it. And that's the other thing. I'm starting my own Coach Basics this coming Monday, because I have a few new coaches that just started and I don't want them to have to wait until the first of the month. So if we get like enough people, we can just keep doing our own monthly. All right. Does anybody have any questions, any concerns, any? No, it all makes sense? Okay. So, so that leads me to challenge groups. And I know that we've talked about this before, but challenge groups are also another very important avenue for us. Okay, it's so important that we are all involved. If we have any challengers in a challenge group, that's got to be one of our main focuses, is supporting those challengers in the group and commenting on their posts, even if they're not our challengers. Still comment on their posts, because I remember, you know, being in my first challenge group, and I couldn't wait to see what each coach had to say about what I posted, because it takes a lot to post in a group. So we need to empower our challengers, because one day they too can become our coaches. Right? If we get them to feel, number one, complete the program, feel good about themselves, which they should, they may want to pay it forward one day. So, and I actually, my story, I started as a coach the very same day that I purchased my first challenge pack and joined my first challenge group. And I feel, and I know a lot of people feel that they have to wait until they have their weight loss to become a coach, but I feel comfortable in having that conversation and saying, no, you don't, because look what I did. I feel that it kind of makes you more relatable. It doesn't even have to be a weight loss journey. I know, Alyssa, you had that concern, but it doesn't even have to be a weight loss journey. Whatever your journey is, a health journey, a weight loss journey, whatever that is, becoming a coach at the beginning of your journey, I feel like it just, again, makes you more relatable. It makes you human. And you trust people. They trust you more because you're sharing your journey on Facebook. So I have no problem asking my challengers, have you ever considered becoming a coach? It's an amazing opportunity. This is what it's done for me. And if they say no, because they have to, they feel like they need a weight loss or whatever it is, a transformation, I share with them, I actually think you're wrong, that it's, quite the opposite, and share why. So I have no problem now having that conversation at the beginning. Because even if they say no and it's not for them right now, it's a seed planted in their mind about it. Because as they're going through their, their challenge group, they're seeing, wow, maybe I could actually do this. And don't forget, they're following you on social media at the same time. So then they're starting to think, wow, maybe I could actually do this as well. So, and I want to give kudos to Crystal, because she just recently had her first conversation with somebody about coaching and planted the seed in their brain. So good job, girl. So you're welcome. I don't, like, in the beginning, like, I was just so, like, nervous to talk to people about it. But then I'm like, why? Like, it's changed my life, and I want everybody to feel this way. Like, I want everybody to have the extra income. I want to have everybody feel the same reward that I do when somebody messages me and tells me, that I'm an inspiration just based on my posts, not even a challenger. It's just a really good feeling. So, does anybody have any questions about that? What are your thoughts on talking to somebody about the opportunity?
Well, I just recently started talking about this conversation. I think the baby step to the other. So, and I had to kind of get over a fear even of that. I'm afraid it would scare them off, like hearing the word coach. Like, I would try to reiterate that they really don't have to do anything if they don't want to. That they're just getting a discount. But eventually, here.
Wait, I'm having trouble hearing you, Jen. I'm sorry.
I would like to
say that one more time.
Start, but right now, I don't really think I have anybody. What? All of it? What do you want?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry, just one more time.
Okay. Can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Okay. I said I've just started asking people about discount coaching, which is kind of like the baby step to asking them, about the actual coaching. So yeah, I am nervous about when I'm ready to start asking about the full-on coaching. And I just feel like at this point, because I'm so new, I don't really have a big group of people yet, that I don't really feel that I necessarily have the right people to ask about that, but I need to think about that harder and look into it, like look at each person a little closer and see if I think that, it would work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. For me, one of the things that I learned as a social worker in college, believe it or not, one thing actually did stick in my brain was something that they call the strengths perspective. And basically what that means is pointing out people's strengths. So that's what I try and do when talking to people. I mean, it just comes naturally to me now, just because I believe in it so much, which is probably why I remember it from school. But basically, I mean, I don't know, like, I just find what am I trying to say? Basically empower people to try and show them that they can do this and point out their strengths. So if I see, like, for example, today I had a conversation with this girl who I feel like has had this huge life change recently. She's starting to work out. I can tell she's happier. Her posts are happier. Nothing to do with Beachbody whatsoever. I messaged her today and I'm like, your smile is so contagious. And I barely know this girl. I friend requested her a while ago through another person. I'm like, your smile is so contagious. I feel like you've had this whole life transformation just by your post, and I want to congratulate you for that. And I said to her, and we just started talking, and she shared with me that she's her before and after picture, and how she used to be a bodybuilder, and in her past life when she was younger, and she then got into, I guess, a bad relationship, and just things went downhill, and I have a feeling she just got out of the relationship and changed her life. But anyway, she's trying to get her life back together, and I congratulated her for that. And I'm like, you are such an inspiration. And she showed me like all of her pics, and she obviously has been following me because she was just so easy to share her before and after pictures with me, and blah blah blah. So I said to her, I'm like, look, you are such an inspiration. You've been through some stuff, and you turned your life around, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here, but have you ever thought about being a health and fitness coach just like me? I said, I think you can do so much for people on top of earning an extra income. And we're having a conversation on Sunday about it. So it's finding these people, and you'll get comfortable over time having these conversations. So the more you get used to it, again, the first few times it's scary because you really don't know what you're talking about, and you're really not sure what it is. But the more you talk about it on social media, even the little things, like I didn't even have a challenger for with a transformation for a really long time, and so like I felt like I was failing as a coach. But then there was other successes that I was having. So I was sharing those things, even though I wasn't having, any positive outcomes from my groups at the time. Just even the little things, even like, I don't know, like for me being a stay-at-home mom, like I don't have my own, I just posted about this today, actually. I don't earn my own income. And that was really hard for me because I've been independent since I was 16. I bought my first car. I just never had to rely on people, and to be able to pay for, my weekend coming up in Atlantic City, and I bought groceries and bought gas last week with my income, that I think that's huge. And I shared that today on Facebook because, or when somebody messages me telling me that I'm such an inspiration, I share that on Facebook because, and it just, there's other positives to share besides, your challengers, basically. So, and in that clean eating group, I always you know, at the end of the clean eating group, I always post, you know, the very last challenge. It's everybody saying like how much they benefit from the group, which I love. I love doing that 5-day clean eating group just because, just think about how many people that, you know, we're helping change their lives. Like Nikki, you got such a positive, you benefited so much from that group, you know, and all these people that we're helping is amazing. And at the end, the last challenge is asking everybody, you know, what did they learn? Like, what was their benefits from the week or whatever their thoughts were. So I actually create a post from that saying, you know, what everybody says, you know, not everybody, but just taking a few of the benefits. So people are seeing, you know, what people are saying about our challenge groups. So it's not a 21-day challenge. It's not a, you know, a 60-day challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, but at least it's showing, you know, the benefits of what these people are getting from the group. I talk about how I'm excited that we're starting a challenge the next day. And all these people are ready to commit to, you know, 21 days of, you know, the 21-day fix and trying Shakeology. You know, just all those little posts on social media. So, any questions, concerns? Okay, so for the sneak peek group, just start thinking about people who you think may make an amazing coach, who you've even approached about the discount coaching opportunity, or people who you think could use the extra income, or you know, who have already been living an active lifestyle that could benefit from it. You know, I would just create a list. Okay. And I see that we only have 7 minutes left, but I also want to share with you one thing that I'm going to try for the first time. So for the clean eating challenge on our meal plan for breakfast, it does have the option of Shakeology, but I never offered that to people because I was always running my clean eating ads on Facebook that week, the week before. So I'm going to do something different. Now that the Shakeology sampler came out, that you can get all 6 flavors, I'm actually going to do my ad, my cleaning ad next week instead of the week after. So that would be 2 weeks before a challenge starts, because I want to offer them the opportunity to buy that sampler to do the challenge. It's only $29.95, but I'm not going to mention that until the end of the conversation. So, you know, I'm still going to talk about goals. I'm still going to get them interested. And when they're ready to sign up, that's when I'm going to have the conversation. Well, listen, you know, I'm drinking this shake. You know, you have the option, and tell them a little bit about it. You have the option of going all in with this clean eating and just trying the Shakeology, you know, for, you know, the 5 days, and see how that goes. I've never done this before, so I'm not asking you guys to do it whatsoever, but I am sharing with you that that's what I'm going to try for the first time. And if you want to do it, great. If not, you know, I'll let you know how it goes for me. And then if it's successful, I can tell you guys to do it the following month. I just never felt comfortable because I don't, you know, for free group, I don't like offering them, you know, I just don't want to seem like I'm a salesperson. So I'm just going to try and word it in a way like it's just, you know, you can try and go all in or, you know, do the upgraded version or whatever. And then I want to try and have recipes for them to try as well. So Alicia, I would love, and Jen, I think both of you love the greenberry. I tried the greenberry these last 2 days and I don't know. I tried it once before and loved it, but the way I'm making it is terrible. So I would love your input for recipes on that when, you know, sometime soon. And then I want to create like recipes from the try one that we can post in the group as well on the menu, if that makes sense, for the breakfast option. So I feel like number 1, they'll get at least 6 days out of the shake. Number 2, they can try all different flavors. And number 3, you know, maybe they'll love having that replacement every morning for breakfast, and carry over. The other thing I want to do is if I have the time before our next clean eating challenge, which for all the new coaches is the 1st of the month, I want to also see if I can add any 21-day fix recipes to that. to start for them to start seeing the 21-day fix right away in the meal plan. So call it like a 21-day fix chicken fried rice, you know? Because we're not having a lot of success, you know, transitioning people into our following challenge. And I want to try, and I had asked Melanie in my meetings that we have every Wednesday morning with the Diamond Group, any suggestions. And that's one of the things that she said. And I also feel that when we do the clean eating group, when it comes time to talk about our stories, instead of focusing on clean eating, let's also focus on the products that helped us as well, whatever it is, achieve our goals or get us to where we are today. Because I know for me personally, as a new mom, I had absolutely no energy, like none whatsoever. And I remember 2 weeks after drinking the shake, I remember walking around this house trying to clean or whatever, and I'm like, holy moly, I have all this energy. Where did this come from? My kid, you know, didn't sleep at all last night. You know, he didn't sleep for the first many months of his life, I felt like. So I feel like I should maybe touch on that a little bit more, and talk about more of that in the cleaning group, kind of, without trying to sound like a salesman in our post. So the clean eating challenge for all the new coaches is starting the first Monday of the month. I think it's the 6th of April. We do it the first Monday of every month. And we just try and invite as many people to that group. It's a free group. You know, introduce them to clean eating with the hopes of building relationships with these people and then hopefully transitioning them into the next challenge that's following up, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. I know I did a lot of talking tonight, guys. What are your thoughts on that? Does that sound like a good idea? Do you have any concerns about it?
I think it's a great idea.
Good.
I think it would have been, you know, nice to have had that opportunity myself, you know, to see what it's all about before I, you know, jumped in. Thankfully, I liked it, but.
Yeah, it's hard. And Nikki, too, you had no idea what you were getting yourself into either.
Yeah, and I think that'd be cool to be able to do that during the clean eating challenge.
Yeah. So we only have a minute and a half yet. But Nikki, let me ask you a question. Since you're the most recent person, like if I came to offer the Shakeology, and be honest, if I offered the Shakeology for you to try for $30, would that have been a turn off? Because you really didn't know me. Would that have been a turn off, or would you?
No, because I had heard about it, and it would have been helpful for me because, like I told you, I really struggle in the morning with breakfast because I'm not out of bed yet.
Yeah.
So I can't like just get up and go make something. So that actually will be really helpful to me.
Yeah.
To be able to just have somebody throw it in the blender and mix it up.
Awesome. So I'm gonna try that. I know we have less than a minute, so I'm gonna create my ad probably Monday night and do that. And Nikki, you'll learn all about this in the future. Create my ad and then we'll see how it goes. And if you guys want to do it, also let me know. We'll talk about it more.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. Let's continue inviting and building relationships, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.
Good night.
All right, have a good night.